is Linda Southward, and I have the honor of directing the Children's Foundation of Mississippi. We truly believe that for Mississippi to reach its potential, our children must reach their potential. And so we're delighted today to talk about a program that will really, truly, long-term and some short-term benefits as well, help Mississippi's children and their families to reach their potential. So today we have as guest Liz Brister, who is a manager of the Low Income Customer Initiative at Entergy, Mississippi. That's part of Entergy's corporate responsibility to communities. We also have Bailey Shelton with the Children's Foundation of Mississippi, who is our communications and outreach coordinator. So welcome, Liz and Bailey.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to chat about this project. It's been super fun already getting to travel around in the last few months and tell people about this really wonderful program that Entergy is doing.
Great. And again, we're just so grateful to Entergy and the work that you're doing to improve outcomes. I mean, obviously you're a corporation, but what I'm understanding and learning more is about your responsibility, how you see Entergy customers as more than customers, really as individuals within the community who can make great contributions to this state. So Liz, why don't we start with you and just kind of describe about the Entergy Kids to College program. I mean, the name in itself is explanatory to some degree, but we really want to know overall and then a few details about this today.
Sure. Well, thank you again for having me. This is really exciting, and to talk about a project that I feel is going to have a profound impact. And it is one of the great joys that I've been able to work on this project. You mentioned Entergy being a corporation. We certainly are. But my background actually was doing nonprofit work before I came to Entergy about 15 years ago. So I had the benefit of kind of walking on both sides of the aisle. I was a member of the nonprofit community who received grants and benefits from Entergy, and then I had the great opportunity to come work for them. And it was such a seamless transition because there is a natural and a genuine commitment to our customers and the communities we serve. And I think in part it's because we live here. We're part of those communities. These are our neighbors. These are the people that we see when we, go to the grocery store or go to church. And we all know that our communities will only do as well as the members who are struggling the most, and how we can help those members, that just lifts our whole community up. So I think that kind of just describes why we're here and we do programs like Kids to College, which I'm very excited to talk about. Sadly, and I know the Children's Foundation knows this information better than I do, but child poverty in Mississippi is one of our greatest barriers to achieving everything that we want to be as a state, as communities, not to mention just providing the opportunity for children to achieve their fullest potential. We have the highest child poverty rate in the country. And next door to Mississippi, the second highest child poverty rate is in Louisiana, which is also an area that Entergy serves. So it's for reasons like this that we look for programs and things. What can we do? What are some levers we could pull to improve that situation and make our children more successful? Kids to College is an effort to help families save money for their children to go to college or any post-secondary degree. And why that's important and how that helps improve things like child poverty is we know when a child attends any type of institution post-secondary, they're 4 times more likely to attain a degree if they've saved. So, and it doesn't even matter the amount of savings that the family has for that child. It's just the fact that they are saving for that child's education.
Liz,
Okay.
it sounds like
Yes.
it's sort of a mindset. It's a shift to when you said it's really not about the amount that a family saves. It's the fact that they know they're looking toward the child's future in a sustainable, concrete way. That's sort of the backdrop of the research. Is that right?
That's so true. And exactly, it changes kind of the trajectory that the child is on. Like the family thinks of their child as, my child is college bound. And opening a savings account and having a small amount of savings just starts to create that new image of the child and helps that family start to have the dream of their child attaining that post-secondary degree. So that's why it's so important. And when a child does go to a post-secondary institution or college, we know national statistics, they earn a lot more money. And so back to helping our families be more successful and break the cycle of poverty, that's a key piece. People who have attained degrees, individuals who have attained degrees, earn typically, on average, about $25,000 more than someone with just a high school degree. And even more importantly is over their lifetime, they earn much higher. So this is a lever that we feel like is exciting, that will help our children and families in Mississippi do better and be more successful.
Exactly. And we've all talked for many years now about a two-generation approach to be able to connect with the child, because we know we don't really effectively and fully help children unless we are helping their families and as you're saying, then thereby helping the communities in which they reside. We also, we're talking about post-secondary. So it also could be if a child or young adult really wants to take a look at a particular technical program that's beyond high school. This could also go toward that. And so, Bailey, I want to shift a little bit to talk about, and Liz, thanks so much for your comments and setting the stage. So our listening audience, when they're hearing this, let's talk some about what does it take and how is the gift of Entergy with Entergy customers a really good starting point for this pathway. So Bailey, would you tell us some about that in your role, particularly with the Entergy's Kids to College program?
Absolutely. I am considered the state administrator for Mississippi for this program. Entergy is doing this in a 4-state area. So Children's Foundation of Mississippi is the representative for Mississippi. So I've been traveling around telling people about the program and its benefits and helping families sign up. And I oversee the sign up process and those accounts and such. I think that this program, the benefits outweigh any kind of apprehension about putting money away or saving money or what that could take. And Entergy is actually, I don't know if we've quite explained the gist of the program yet, so I'll do that really quickly. And Entergy's made some really exciting updates to the program, so I'm really eager to be able to share that now with everyone, because I think that this is going to be able to help, even more families across the state. So with this program, families can open up free child savings accounts for their children, and the money from the savings accounts can go toward post-secondary education of any kind, which is not just college tuition. Like Linda said, it could go toward trade school or tech school or program fees or room and board. And Entergy is going to seed $50 into any account that signs up and is eligible and falls within a certain range of qualifications. So you sign up for free, you get $50 from Entergy to help boost your savings. The primary criteria for this is being an Entergy customer and an income threshold of $60,000 for individual earners and $80,000 for dual earner households. So this just gives the families who need the boost the most the opportunity to have it.
So this really sounds like the opportunities out there for literally thousands of individuals. who are Entergy customers, correct?
Absolutely. So Entergy will be seeding 1,200 accounts in Mississippi over this 2-year process. So families definitely want to jump on that as quickly as they can. But the benefits are so broad, not only just for the children and the families themselves, but like Liz said, the community as a whole. Mississippi needs not only more college educated individuals, but also everyone needs, more linemen or plumbers or electricians, the opportunities that a child can get with trade school or tech school or anything like that. So it gives families flexibility to have a choice in the future of their children, because oftentimes finances can inhibit the decisions that a child makes when it comes to deciding what their future might hold after high school. And so when you start saving early, you have more opportunity and flexibility to have agency over the decisions that you're making for your future. And it really gives children, a boost of confidence as well, to know that their family wants them to succeed and is helping them start early succeeding. And it can even kind of be fun for the whole family to join in. A lot of families, instead of asking for, gifts for birthdays and holidays, they'll tell their extended family, why don't you just contribute to the savings account? And so that way it really gets the whole kind of family, the team on board for helping the child just kind of be able to grow into the version of themselves they want to be. And then that has a great economic impact on Mississippi to have more people in the workforce, but then also just on the families to be able to know that they have these options available for them.
I like to think about the kitchen table conversations that take place after a family opens a child savings account. We all think about when we're little, what are you going to be when you grow up? But when a child has a savings account and the family is putting some money away for that child to go to college, I can just see, where are you going to go to college? What are you going to do? I just think that's a positive thing that families can think about and talk about that might not have had that opportunity otherwise. And folks, there are no excuses. We are giving you $50 free. Take it. There is no one, as long as they meet the criteria of being an Entergy customer and the income thresholds that Bailey mentioned, there is no one that shouldn't sign up for this and start saving for your children. I think we do ask that the child be age 16 or younger, because we want you to have some time to actually save for them. But there's no minimum amount that you have to put in the account. You could save $5 a year. You could save $5 a month, whatever fits your family. Of course, the more you save, the more the child will have when they actually get prepared to go to college. But again, we know no matter how much is saved, even if it's just that $50, that the child is 4 times more likely to earn a degree. That to me is what's so exciting about this. It puts the child, the family on a pathway to success, and we're giving it to you. So I really hope everyone watching will help spread the word. Bailey has been running all over the state, going to many meetings and different organizations, faith-based organizations, our nonprofits, schools, and telling people about this. So we really just need folks to know, yes, it is legitimate. It is a My 529 account that is federally insured, and you are getting $50. So to start the savings process.
I think it's also a really great opportunity to start teaching financial literacy early to children, and maybe even for families or parents who are unsure or uncomfortable with certain financial things, to be able to learn together and give kids an opportunity to start thinking about their own goals really young. It's fun when you're 6 years old and you save up a few dollars and you say, this is going to go for college or something like that. Just helping kids get in that mindset of setting goals and what it takes to achieve those goals as well.
This
Yeah.
is just so exciting. And when I hear the enthusiasm in each of your voices, and then I know it wasn't too many weekends ago, I was with Bailey at a church here in South Jackson, and they were so gracious to allow us to have a table in their foyer, and then also to have like 5 minutes as part of their announcements, and to really see a wide range of individuals, from a mom who had a small child, to a grandparent, or as you said earlier, neighbors or uncles or aunties, and just really wanting to know more about it. And as I sit here and think about it, we're we're thinking about birthdays, etc. But when we think about how exciting it is to think about a baby coming into the world, I mean, this could be something that you could, as long as there's an Entergy family, have an Entergy account and know that this child is going to be born soon or for their first birthday, and say, oh, well, I would like to go ahead and be thinking right now about this child savings account. So how can I help? And then the gifter, the family member, the neighbor could say, oh, well, I think I'll spend $10, invest $10, really, because you're looking at this child and looking at their future, which we've talked about today. So there's so many possibilities. And to think about neighbors who have maybe not had, and sadly in Mississippi there are many families who've not had the college experience, so it hasn't been something in many situations where the parents have been to college, so they're not able to share their lived experience. But by and large, parents do want things better for their children. And what better way than what we've just talked about today to say yes, and how we're going to nurture this child and improve their educational pathway by having their eyes on post-secondary. And as we said earlier, it could be a 4-year college degree, and that's wonderful. It could also be a community college. And as Bailey pointed out, it doesn't have to be used specifically for one type of program, or it could be for textbooks. It could be for cost associated. That's the beauty of this too. The family gets to choose on how they would expend the funds that they have been saving. And the fact that Entergy is willing to just go ahead and jumpstart this with no obligations other than being an Entergy customer, to say, yes, here's $50. Why wouldn't we want to sign up?
It's not something that we do every day, is give away $50. So I always tell everyone, this is your opportunity to get something back from Entergy.
I think it's great that with this program, families can choose their interest rate as well. So that can give families a little more peace of mind about how aggressively they want it to grow, because it is an investment account. A lot of people have had questions about that. And so being able, again, to have a little bit of control over the account and such with that, choosing the interest rate makes a huge difference.
It matures when the child turns 18. When you open a bank account, it is that individual's bank account. They own it. So the funds are available for them to withdraw at any time. But when you withdraw early, there would be a penalty. So we try to encourage everyone to keep the funds in the account and save until the child reaches 18. And then at that point, as you mentioned, you can withdraw the funds and use them for any purpose. So even if your child may have other scholarships and other sources of income to help them attain that degree, this could be something extra that could be used for books or room and board, or even just, the clothing and things you need to pack to go to college or to your technical program. It's very flexible once the child turns 18 and they've indicated that they are going to pursue that degree.
Well, this is just a terrific program. We've said several times. And folks who are listening, what is their next step? I know, Bailey, you mentioned your role as the state administrator in concert with Entergy. So would you talk about the website and emails to reach out to and opportunities for if there's a group who wants you to come out and share more, or I know we've had some webinars about this. I mean, it may not be that you necessarily you go to a lot of places already in Mississippi, but it could be that a group of people in a community want to get on a Zoom call and you could talk with them about that. So just share some of the opportunities that are out there and how people can reach out.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, for signing up, you can go to entergy.com/kids. Or you can visit the Children's Foundation website, and on our homepage, it'll take you to the sign up as well, and also a page that has concrete details, the information about the program. If you're interested in having a representative from the Children's Foundation or Entergy host a webinar or attend a community event or visit a school or a church to teach people more about the program, help people sign up, kind of talk through it with families and explain the benefits and such, you can email kids2college@childrensfoundationms.org, and we will get back to you from there to get something organized, because it really is going to take all the community leaders that are interested in helping get this information to the children in these pockets of Mississippi that are more rural, where maybe there's not as much internet access or media access. We want every child that's eligible to be able to sign up and receive the $50 from Entergy. So it's a grassroots effort almost, everybody on the ground, all hands in, trying to make sure that we reach everyone. So I'm happy to come visit and help disseminate information, send brochures. We have graphics and other marketing things we can send. So I'm happy to work with anyone on any type of way to get this information out.
Well, thank you so much, Bailey. And Liz, is there anything else you would like for the listening audience to know about Entergy Mississippi and how they are supporting children and families?
Sure. Well, I do want to close just by saying a tagline that hopefully our listeners are familiar with, and it's "We Power Life." It's what we say at Entergy. And I think this program just realizes that tagline by helping invest in the dreams of our customers. So this gives them an opportunity to fulfill that dream. Entergy is 100 years old this year in Mississippi, and we have also been celebrating that and going around the state and just telling the story of the impact that the company has had in the state, certainly from a philanthropic perspective and being a community leader, but also just providing reliable power all these years and helping our customers now as we're in the heat of summer to try to save on their bill, be more efficient, give them some tools to weatherize their homes and be more efficient with how they use their energy resources. So we have a lot of information about that right now. And I was actually able to work a Kids to College event at a school here in Jackson recently, and was able to hand out some of these wonderful energy efficiency kits that Entergy Mississippi has been offering to customers as part of its 100th anniversary. So I feel like it will be here for another 100 years. And these are the reasons, is because they invest in the community and they're a great partner with the families that we serve and with organizations like the Children's Foundation. And I'll just add that our partnership with the Children's Foundation is one that to me personally was very exciting, because one, you're a newer organization when I'm looking at the 4 states that we serve, and you're unique in that your mission is focused on improving children's lives in Mississippi and improving their outcomes. And that was just like hand in glove, perfect fit for what we're trying to do here. And this was the first time we've partnered with you as a new organization. And I hope it's really just the beginning of some of the work we can do together.
Well, Liz, thank you so much for that. It means so much to us here at the Children's Foundation, because our North Star is the same. It's really on improving outcomes for children and children in Mississippi. And as I said at the beginning, and that we can kind of full circle here, we truly believe for Mississippi to reach its potential, our children must reach their potential. And congratulations on 100th birthday of Entergy, Mississippi. So when you were saying that, I was thinking, okay, in another 100 years, we're thinking about these children of today, the children who $50 is waiting for you and your families to be able to launch this. So think about when Entergy is 120 or 130, 1,200 more children and families could have the opportunity to have post-secondary education. I think that would be one of the greatest birthday presents that Entergy could have. I know it would be a really wonderful marker for success for the Children's Foundation. And we are just so grateful to partner with Entergy, and we appreciate your support of our summit over the last year. And that has really helped with a lot of outreach. So there will be information on the screen. Bailey, would you say the website one more time?
Yes, entergy.com/kids or childrensfoundationms.org. And the email for contacting us about this program is kidstocollege@childrensfoundationms.org.
Okay, thank you so much. We appreciate your time today. Thanks, Liz. Thanks, Bailey.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.